Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and we are temporarily down a couple players, running a bit late, but the ones we do have right now are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon, who's the first officer, and he's a human from an asteroid close to Brow.
Hi, I'm Daikami-sama, and I play Solas Ab-Ebha, who is half-elven cleric mage of Ogma.
Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
Hi, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul, a specialty priest thief multiclass. His title is a floundering face spun fictioneer. Oh god. No, it's fictioneering. Oh god, no, because it's because when I took the word out, I just realized I made an error. All right, hang on. The original title was the floundering facetious. Oh god, I can't say that word.
Facetious?
Yeah, facetious face spun fictioneering funster. But that was too much, so I was like, I'll cut out 2 words, but I forgot to change 1 word. It doesn't matter what you do.
At least the tradition of stumbling over it has continued.
Yeah, that's why I put floundering in the title.
Alright, so...
I was so
Oh, go ahead.
I was just so jealous of Braxon because he had a really good one. It was so simple and it was good. I just loathed you that when we did that. I was like,
could have borrowed it.
You could, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same. I mean, yeah.
So hang on, if everyone writes in the Discord all the really good titles they think of,
wow. I'll
then
just
you
pick
won't use
1
any
word
of them.
from each one.
Oh, there you go. That works. Alright, so last week, the party took a bit of a beating and ran back up to the main level of the Citadel. So you're just getting back up there. Lizardman runs off to fetch Axis, and she arrives to see what you have to report on the events that you experienced. What news do you have down below?
Exploding undead.
No, we encountered the mastermind, or supposedly one of the masterminds. I don't know if they're all in cahoots with each other, but there is an elephant. Well,
We told about the necromancer elitid last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we came back after that.
After experienced temporal phenomenon at the moment.
At the mention of an exploding undead, Higamus comments under his breath, "We should really get one of those."
Do you want to put its head on the wall?
I don't think our paladin would like exploding undead, but the whole exploding thing would be good for you, I suppose.
Axis looks you over and says, "You seem much the worse for wear. I can summon some of my acolytes to aid you, if you need."
Yeah, a bit of healing would be nice, so we can continue the fight.
That would be very helpful.
It's unfortunate for us that we have to keep on backing off all the time. But...
Well, I'm a bit concerned about this Illithid because it's clever, and we pretty much told it what our intentions were, and it's been trying to find a way to divide us up, and it's nearly managed to divide us up the last time. It's trying to split us off so it can take us out individually. I think it's trying to get an idea of how powerful we are.
It sounds a bit silly. If he's as strong as a magic user as he is, most magic users know how to escape these situations. I'm surprised he hasn't tried. I guess he doesn't want to.
No, he thinks he can beat us.
Surprised he hasn't tried attacking, but then again, he's in no rush.
I'm pretty sure he was trying to goad us.
Yeah.
He wants us to make a mistake. We need to not make a mistake.
Lafdul makes mistakes weekly.
Well, do you guys have any healing that you want to do before
No.
resting, or are you completely out?
I think I had I've got a cure moderate left. I will cast on Ockar because he looks the most beaten up.
Okay.
I have 2 cure light wounds left.
Okay, I'm actually not sure if Ockar has any.
He
did use his lay on hands.
Yeah, he used the lay on hands,
Okay.
if I remember correct.
All right, so he does not have that.
Remember.
All right, and Solas.
Did you heal his hit points? I don't think he's here.
Yeah, I did. I added that 5.
No, he's just got a lot of hit points.
He does have a lot of hit points.
I'm casting both of them on Ockar also, since Ockar has been taken brutal of the damage.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
Well, you gave Braxon another healing potion. I swapped it for one.
Yeah,
Drink
there's
that.
3 left. Drink the potions. See what the healing NPCs do. If they don't heal us up, then obviously use them.
Sorry? Save the potion, you mean?
See if the NPCs, if they can't heal us up, then drink them.
Right.
All right.
Yeah,
so...
since it takes spell slots for Lafdul to restock those.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so let me see how much you get there, Braxon. $17 hit points restored for you, Braxon.
Oh, hey.
$22 restored for Ockar. So Ockar is at full.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, he did got over 40 restored with us and the NPCs doing it.
Yeah, let me see if Higmus is healed with these. Alright, one of them fails on Higmus, but he gets 13 hit points. Okay, and a Cure Light Wounds for Solas, 4 hit points. Cure Light Wounds for Leva, 2 hit points.
Most of my damage, in fact, all my damage was regenerable.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit down, but badly.
Yeah, we can heal the rest of ourselves probably, or use up the potions.
Yeah, and I should.
People want to
regain
use
it.
them, just use them. That's what they're there for, ultimately.
Braxton says, do you want my potion? Because I'm a bit more hardy than you are.
I'm not that much down.
Braxon, one more spell on you for 8.
Oh. Thank you very
How's
much.
Roger doing? Was she healed?
Yeah,
By
she's
them?
healed now.
Yeah.
I will use healing proficiency on myself.
Why are you down by that 1? Didn't you use it after combat?
But I'm down by such that if I use healing proficiency and the rest, I'm almost full.
I mean, you could use healing proficiency on pretty much everyone else, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that uses up our things.
It does, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
counting
you're right.
how many users I have left.
You guys
have
certainly
5.
seem to be under the impression that the final
Well,
fight is coming
I'm-
soon. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
given
using
that,
I'm using one on Leva.
okay.
I have 5. I can do one on. I'll use mine on you, Solas.
I just healed myself already.
Yeah, you did.
Do
How many you
Braxon
got
and
left?
Higamus then.
I have
Yeah.
seven left.
Alright, I will use 2 on Braxon.
Since I own
As
2
suggested.
healers packs.
It's +1, isn't it?
Yeah, it's +1 hit point.
Did you say you was using 2 on Braxon?
No, 1 on Higamus, 1 on Braxon, because you can only use it once.
Right. One per person, isn't it?
Yeah, I passed.
So who was a failure on?
Oh no, the first one's at 17. Higamus probably, because
Okay.
I do it in order. Because it's only Braxon that gets hit point.
All right, everyone will get a hit point back when you go to sleep and rest for the night.
Puts me at 3 left.
Are we going to knock off for the night? Have a planning meeting?
I mean, you can have a planning meeting before you go to sleep too, but it's just easier
Yeah.
to take care of all the hit point gains.
No, that's good.
Okay, so what are you guys thinking for the trip back down?
Braxton's wondering if the man catcher could be used to make the exploding skeletons explode when they were
Far
further
away
away
from
from us.
Man catchers aren't that long.
Right. But how big a explosion was it doing?
You would probably say that at a guess, you would say that's still within man catcher range.
Right, okay.
I would. Illithids are known to be. If it's a living illithid, no one could tell if it was undead. It should be affected by magic that affects humanoids. I hope the person, if it is alive.
You would know that
Don't
it is not affected. It would not be affected by a whole person. It is not considered a person for that spell. You have a
Isn't
good
it?
idea of what
Illithids are not considered humanoids.
No, there used to be people.
Alright.
they're
No.
for the purposes of hold person, charm person. They're not.
Alright then. Regardless,
They-
I'm still keeping 1 in case our party decides to get charged.
They put some sort of slug in a person and it changes that person into something else.
I don't think any of you know how illithids procreate in game world.
Well,
Oh, we
we're
don't-
going to find
okay.
out soon.
Fair enough.
Lithids are pretty secretive, and most people who get that close to them end up being food or slaves. So
That's true. That's true. Okay.
We just got to find a hive
I know
mind.
nothing.
So yes.
Those summoned creatures with summon monster spells, are they creatures that could be charmed or a thing like that?
They could be yes.
Okay.
The question is whether that's worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
because to a certain extent, like, you would need a pretty high level spell like Mass Charm if you're getting like 5 or 6 of those. Otherwise, that's 5 or 6 rounds that he'd have to cast like Charm Person or something.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, like he might get 1, maybe 2, but unless you get really unlucky on the rolls, you'd probably have more. You know, you'd probably still have more on your side than his. And at the same time, if he's charming one of those, he's not charming one of you guys.
True.
Mm.
You know, and that spell summons like kobolds and stuff like that. So, which would you rather have, you know, change sides? One of them or Ockar?
out of curiosity,
Mhm.
I say if Ockar was charmed, and obviously he was forced to intervene. What would happen if inverted ethics were cast on him?
Charm doesn't change their alignment, so inverted
No,
ethics would
but
still
my
operate.
point would be because
Inverted ethics doesn't.
No.
Right, hold on. Inverted ethics doesn't make someone not think of their friends as. It doesn't make them think of their friends as enemies. It makes them. Changes other aspects of their personality.
Alright, you misunderstood.
Okay, go ahead. Well, then what were you asking?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It might help us. You should tell him.
Yeah, I mean, if you have an idea for it and you're asking a question about it, and I assumed you meant something else, go ahead and ask. I'm not.
I don't quite about it.
Okay.
Right. Well, Braxon wants to see if there's any changes we can make to our strategy to take into account there might be exploding skeletons and that sort of thing.
Well, Finn would be ready to, like, aim at skeletons when they're farther away, and.
Yeah.
Also, turning them works well, but it would be nice if the fighters wouldn't be close to them as much as possible.
Yeah, well, never did really well with Fireball, but we need to be more huddled if we're going to do that. And they managed to lure us slightly apart from each other. I was trying to keep us all together in a group, but we got split up a bit. They found a nice, interesting junction where they could come at us from a couple of angles while we were still defending from two other angles, which was very sneaky of them.
Well, unless we got ways of scouting out the other side, it's always going to be a problem.
Or you could try to not fight from at a T intersection. Pull back into one path.
Yeah.
Although we could set up like glyphs of warding, actually.
What's the casting time on that?
It would have to be done before combat.
That's interesting. How many of those can you put down there?
And there's no limit, it just takes up a spell slot.
Right. So in theory you could put...
And it takes a spell slot, and it takes time to cast them.
Yeah, but in theory you could put a glyph of warding on each staircase that says that it goes off if undead come upstairs.
Oh, it's every 5 feet area to be protected. It's 1 round is required.
Yeah.
And if the area exceeds 50 square feet,
Which it won't.
You must use at least 2,000 gold pieces worth of diamond powder.
Is it cheaper if it's a smaller area?
Yeah, it's free.
It's free.
I believe.
When this is over, we should put loads of these things on our ship.
Actually, no. Requires instance. Do I have any spit? No, I do not. Actually, no, I can't even cast it.
But that's a really interesting idea. We could set up our whole ship so that undead can't go into any of the rooms.
But it would only affect one undead unless it was some area effect, and that might not be worth the effort.
Well, I don't know.
Considering they last indefinitely, it's always worth the effort.
I don't know. I mean, if it lasts forever...
Yeah, but it would take multiple days to do more than...
Yeah, but you'd only have to do it once. And you could do it... We have big times when we're travelling from one place to another place with nothing to do. I mean, this isn't our priority at the moment. Our priority is skilling the Mind Flayer, but this sounds like a really useful thing. We should get whatever components you need and work out the costs and put various protections around the ship. And then if we get boarded, it's going to protect our crew.
Yeah, that's
Or
a
robbed.
discussion for another time.
Yes. It's not a priority now.
Yeah,
And
I make the suggestion that we should have spells to disable each other, in case we start turning against each other. Someone who attacks your mind tends to do that kind of thing.
Define spells to disable each other.
Hold person, charm person, sleep. Well, sleep won't work on any of us.
Okay. So if you take spells to disable me and you get charmed, can you not just get ordered to use all your spells to disable everyone?
Well, I would be under the influence of stopping you from harming my good friend Mindflayer. You know, hold person and Braxon.
Yeah.
Basically.
Can you take spells to make us immune from that sort of thing, or to dispel it?
Dispel it? I don't know how psionics work like that.
Right.
You can't just dispel it like that. You need spells that directly overwrite it. I do not have many that do that. If you get paralyzed, I can unparalyze you. I've took that spell.
Yeah.
But then again, dispel magic's a useful spell universally.
It seems to me that anything we take to attack each other, just in case, would be something that the enemy could use if they took control of any of us.
It would also be one less spell that you could use against the enemy.
Yeah.
You know, if you're taking charm person, hold person, and you're facing undead, those aren't going to do any good.
Yeah.
Do you have any flexible options that would disable one of us, but would also disable undead or the illithid?
Well,
for example,
in certain situations, but
Fireball, it's elves and dead or allies.
yeah.
I'm looking at the spell here that won't hurt it, but might stun it.
Oh.
But it wouldn't just stun it, it would stun an area. It's Breath of Bewilderment.
Sounds
So
interesting.
I have to get close enough to actually do it. It's
Okay.
only 30 feet.
All right. So
And it's one round only, so if it doesn't get stunned one round, that cloud of poison that I will breathe out will go away.
So hang on, we need to get you within 30 foot of it, but you breathe out poison. Because I was thinking we'd just make it like a tortoise and go charging in with you in the middle.
Yeah, maybe.
But then you poison us as well.
It still makes us has to make a saving throw, versus poison will be stunned for the following round.
How about the rest of us? Would it poison us, or is it targeted?
Nope.
Right.
Everybody in the area.
Oh.
All creatures coming into contact with it. So don't bunch around me when I do this, or at least not in front of me.
How does it poison things? Do they get poisoned through breathing?
Oh,
Or do they get poisoned through it touching their skin?
Old?
I'm pretty sure it's
Contact.
It's a cloud.
Yeah, it's a cloud,
Right.
so it's breathing.
Because if this thing's undead and it might not breathe, and if it doesn't breathe, it might not be affected by your cloud.
What do you think, Old?
Well, you're pretty sure that things like skeletons and zombies wouldn't be affected by that.
Oh, how long did it take for Solas to wake up?
What do you mean?
Because he was knocked out by that zombie, or zombie lord, or whatever.
It took him a fair bit of time. He had to be carried back up.
What, like multiple hours?
Not multiple hours, but hour-ish. So it was it would be measured in turns.
How long was it? How long would it have taken him to be in like a wounded state, so to speak? You know, when you're knocked out and brought back up.
I'm sorry?
Was there a stage? Is there a stage between, you know, being like fully capable and like just being weakened from that? Could he have got up sooner?
I mean, he certainly didn't wake up when he was manhandled.
Yeah, I guess not then. Alright. There's not really much I can do to change about my spells. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Can you not ask your deity to give you a refund?
My deity's just more likely to give me random spells I have absolutely no idea how to use, but I'm sure he would. But he'd be amused by my struggling out, no doubt. So, you should use this spell. See, if you didn't do this, or so. Well, I haven't lived for like millennia yet. Maybe one day Lafdul will be that wise. But yeah. Oh, actually, out of curiosity, would withdrawal help if someone's poisoned? Could I take longer to figure out the poison?
I believe so. Well, it's only mental stuff, right?
You can ponder a quandary or something, and you can use only healing or divination magic on yourself.
Hey.
Hello. All right, so let's see. Withdraw. Take a look at that. It doesn't. You don't recall it saying anything about proficiencies?
No, but I guess at least the mental part of proficiency. I mean, that's fluff, but one, it seems like when you roll proficiency that you are thinking about the situation.
Heck.
It is a bit.
No, I don't think so.
Alright.
Because yeah, it's yeah, can't engage in actions other than thinking, reading, and the like. And that would be more than thinking and reading. It's a diagnostic thing.
Alright. That was just the spell. I wasn't sure if. I did think of it last night. That might be useful one day.
Have we got any way to estimate, given the size of the other floors, how many undead there could be down there?
Not really.
Right.
I mean,
I don't think any of us have any divination spells of that nature. We should probably invest in one of those. Does Speak with Dead work on undead?
no. I mean, in that...
As in, once they've died, so to speak.
Well,
as in they're just a corpse. Or is it based...
Well, it depends on the undead. Well, it depends on the undead. Skeletons and zombies, it's just the corpse. The spirit is no longer there. So if you did Speak with Dead, you'd be summoning the spirit, which is completely disassociated from the body, and they wouldn't have any idea what their body is doing.
Yeah.
More powerful undead that are a corruption of the spirit, it's not going to work on them because they're not technically dead anymore. They're undead.
Maybe Lafdul needs to come up and speak with undead spell.
I mean, most of the undead, many of the undead can speak, so...
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally just talk to them. in between them trying to claw your face off. So, Ockar, they're just kind of discussing potential plans for the attack, going over spells, see if they can create any strategies. So if you have any ideas, feel free to pipe up.
Yeah. Yeah, basically Braxon said he thought the Illithid was trying to split us up into little groups so that he could isolate us and try and get the undead to swamp us.
Okay,
And
so
somebody suggested, I think it was Ald actually, suggested not fighting in T-junctions.
And you're not chasing after enemies.
Yeah,
that's smart.
yeah, so we'll have to get that through to...
So who's getting the strength spell for today?
Well, it's not the next day yet.
I thought we were heading back to rest because
We are,
got them
but
beat
we
up.
haven't finalized our spells, so to speak.
Yeah, this is kind of the night before discussing what people want to take.
I think you might be hopping up and down in front of Lever going, me.
Yeah. Let's see. I guess it's a
I've got a
necromancer, so it's mainly gonna be using like spells to like debilitate us and stuff.
Yeah.
Since that kind of falls under the purview of necromancy.
Yeah, I think we also need to be more prepared to use ranged weapons in case we get any exploding undead.
Yeah. Though I don't know how many of those he can actually make.
He might have already made the undead and then added that afterwards.
Yeah.
Because we kind of warned him that we were after him. So he might have changed a few things.
Well, it seems he can only do it for the skeletons. So I could just, if we see skeletons, we could just turn and have them explode.
Can we assume that the glyphs of warding that we found were the Illithid, or do you think it would be someone else?
I'm pretty well.
Who disabled them? Could you tell what sort of spellcaster? Could you tell what sort of spellcaster made them when you disabled them? Is that what you learn when you study them?
Well, here's the thing.
I think you can discern a pattern from them.
The undead didn't trade the glyphs, and the undead were on those paths past them.
Yeah, there was a whole undead theme going on down there. Draco H vampire.
I could easily imagine that he set up the glyphs as an extra deterrent and had the undead there to deal with anybody who survived.
Yep, that seems like the strategy. He might have some other traps we haven't thought of yet.
I get a feeling that Illithid's undead.
The other thing I think we need to not be complacent.
Are you suggesting that we're dealing with a lich Illithid?
Could be.
Well, there's a term for undead Illithids, but it's not my field of expertise. I've probably...
It could be. I mean, how long's it supposed to have been here? A long time.
We don't know
most
that.
necromancers aspire to become undead themselves, so...
We don't know how long it's been here. It could have just been here for a few months, for all we know.
Wow, this...
For a few years.
Actually, since Axis is here, how long has this operation been going on for? Years, isn't it?
Many decades.
Decades?
Yep.
Illithids live longer than humans, don't they?
I don't think any of us know. Not unless someone's got a copy of the Illithiad in their library.
It sounds like
Illithiad.
No, I don't think Braxon would know the Illithiad.
Is that supposed to be a squid version of the Iliad? And here, and here comes mighty Achilles with his weird squid head.
I don't think Braxon would know that book existed.
I've got all the spells that I'm gonna get, to be honest.
Alright, Solas, Leva, are you happy with what you've taken? Do you want to discuss it anymore?
I'm just checking if there is anything else that I might be switching spells, but so far no.
I'm doing the same thing.
I'm still taking A fine traps. It's still useful.
Yeah, I have one of traps also.
Yeah, that's useful. I think the other thing we need to not be complacent about is so far, every time we cleared a floor, nothing's got past us. And we put down some lines on some of the floors we went down on, but not all of them. But it's possible they might be able to get up, maybe through the lifts.
Who's to say the elephant just doesn't straight up attack and add to his army?
Yeah, he might bring all the undead upstairs and get them to attack the lizard men.
I mean, if he did, that would make our job a bit easier.
It would.
Because, yeah.
And we'd have all the lizard men and our crew to help us.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we have to worry, two things we might have to worry about is the psionic powers that I've heard they had. I'm not entirely sure they have them. Because that could mess us up.
I'm putting some things in my safe actually that I don't need excess of. Like, I'm carrying around vials of that true sight ointment.
Oh?
You're kind of mumbling there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I put some stuff in my safe, like vials of true sight ointment.
Okay.
Considering I cannot cast that spell, so it's quite expensive. Actually, would I know if that spell fits that spell component runes? Because I'm close enough to know how to be using that spell scene, so I would probably have an idea of how it works, surely. No?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. Elevie just asked me something. What was that?
Regarding the spell component for True Sight is ointment that has been aged for so long. Would it matter if it's aged even further?
Considering that you don't have access to the spell, you're not sure.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if I would know that or not. Yeah. Alright.
But just putting something in a bottle doesn't necessarily age it.
He can't repurpose the undead we already destroyed to make new ones, can he?
It depends.
How destroyed they are.
Well, he can't reuse the ones that Faradra's killed, at least. Those ones got vaporized.
I mean, if they've been blasted, then no. But, I mean, if you've just hacked apart a zombie, a corpse is still fairly intact.
We should probably start burning bodies.
Not in an environment where we can't breathe properly.
We should probably hack them up even more.
Yeah, we could start taking limbs off or something.
I could hack them up with my flaming axe and deal with it that way.
You asked me which spell, Old?
Yeah, what spell are you talking about?
I have, to start with, I have the homunculus thing. I have a skull with homunculus shield in it. And the homunculus can cast contingency.
Let me take a look at the spell. Give me a second.
It's not like an 8th level spell, so it's a really high level, isn't it?
Hmm?
What level spell's that?
Homunculus.
But yeah, any zombies we need to demolish. Zombies we need to cut up to pieces and make sure that you can't stitch them back together. And with the skeletons, we need to smash the bones.
But the question is actually more general. If I get the homunculus, and it can cast low-level spells that I can cast, does it need to have the ingredients like I do?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
Would it be linked to you symbiotically, and it would just use your spell ingredients.
Wouldn't outsiders that use spells, don't they just do it naturally? They don't need spell components?
This is a homunculus. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, it
created
still
thing. It's a created thing.
It still seems like those would be natural things that it can
depends
do
on
based
how
on the materials that created it.
It depends on how it operates.
Depends what the D&D rules say and how Ald interprets them.
Hmm.
And if it uses your components, it's damn near useless.
Well, no, it's
Oh no.
No, it's basically
your
it's a crafty
funding.
way. It's a crafty way for Lever to cast spells without getting hit.
Alright, so, since it's drawing from the ones that you have memorized, yes, it does need the material components, with the exception of teleport and contingency.
But contingency is not even worth it, as I see it, because they
You
only
don't
start.
cast on so.
They only start showing the list from levels. What was it, 14 on?
I mean, contingency can basically it's an if-then statement.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you get into a situation, then a certain spell is cast.
Correct.
Like,
And it's
you
automatic.
could-
They're saying,
Like, you
they're
could
saying that the caster level 12 to 14 has contingency spell levels, maximum force level. So caster level 9 would be contingency spell level 1 or so.
Alright, let
Or
me
you
take a
decide.
quick look. Well, but keep in mind that the scroll is, if you're casting it from a scroll, it's cast at the level that it is on the scroll.
16th.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you could always, like, contingency safeguard or something. That seems like a good idea.
I'm very interested to see what the failure for reading that spell would be. If Old were to reverse it.
Which
Or if he
one?
would just say, no, I'm just curious to see. It's my own ramblings. It's like, what on earth could the opposite of contingency be?
The opposite of contingency. Well, that's normal life. You're not ready.
I guess you just accidentally stored spells you didn't want stored in there and you didn't realize.
Don't ask questions you aren't prepared to know the answers to.
Alright,
theory
so-
crafting's so much fun now.
So yeah, so it can cast contingency. You can only have one contingency operating at one time, but you could have any of the spells that you have memorized, because since it can the only other spells besides teleport and contingency the homunculus shield can cast are ones that you have memorized. So if you have memorized safeguarding or stone skin or something like that, you can set up a contingency where if something happens, this is cast automatically.
Yes. That's what I understood.
Okay.
But the problem I see here is, no, not the problem, but the question I have with this is that it says the level of the spell that can be applied in case of contingency is dependent on the caster level and is a lot lower than the caster level. So the caster level 12 to 14 can have a spell of maximum level 4th, a maximum of a 4th level spell in case applied in case of contingency.
Right, but when you're casting something, so you're casting the homunculus shield from a scroll, which is what, 16th
okay,
level?
so it's level 16 in that
Yeah.
case, yeah.
And the homunculus shield comes into effect at 16th level.
Okay.
And then it's casting contingency at 16th level.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense because contingency itself is a level 6 spell.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, what a pity.
Well, I mean, there is a chance of failure on that, but yeah, you could definitely do that. You would have the homunculus shield up, you would have the contingency available. And those are operating separately from you, so they would the homunculus shield would have its own initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Just
But
remind me, Code of Cold
Standing
works for
on my
undead.
head. It's standing on top of the lever's head.
Something like that. Cone of Cold, as you understand it, most undead are not affected by cold. Solas.
Okay.
Is that regular code or magical code?
That's magical cold. I mean, that's a pretty common known thing.
Yeah.
So not
Well, you've
alive.
got to scroll your wand.
Was thinking about the wand.
You could make terrain terrible for them, can't you?
Well, with if I use the ice storm for the sleet,
That's true.
Undead are very clumsy.
but I could also use the ice storm just to do damage to them.
Yeah. Well, it does a bludgeoning part of it, doesn't it?
It's either or.
Yeah, but before you made some of the floor disappear. Don't know whether you could do something like that here and squash some undead.
That web spell is good. I like that.
The magic creation thing.
The web spell was very good, yeah. Web spell's a great way if we get surrounded on 3 sides, we can just freeze 2 sides and fight the other side.
Providing it's not the incorporeal undead.
And
Well,
provided that someone hasn't run into the fray so that I can just stop them in place. And not stop someone of our party.
Well, if you have to catch one of us in the web and then we cut our own person out, then we'll do that. If it stops people dying.
I mean, if you take out like 20 undead and you hurt us in the process,
Yeah.
then, well, that's
Exactly.
just how combat goes.
Exactly. Like if someone cast a fireball when I was fully healthy and I got caught on the edge of it and it destroyed the enemy and all the undead. It wouldn't be my preferred choice, but it'd be better than us losing the opportunity.
Alright, so are you guys happy with what you've done, or do you still want to discuss this a little bit more? Because it's been about an hour.
Yeah.
You're never going to be... It's never going to be perfect.
That's
The only 2 things I have to offer are my scroll of protection from paralysis, but we haven't run into any paralyzing undead.
If it's fairly known that they can paralyze you, isn't it?
Is that so?
Is it all into melee?
We would know about their most known attack, surely.
You've heard rumors, but you do not have any confirmed information.
They tend to use your mind against you, I suppose. If
Okay,
your mind thinks you're something, then, well...
I have that scroll, protection from paralyzation, and a scroll filled with, a scroll, and a glass vial with a potion of magic shielding.
That might be useful against the mind flare.
Oh, does anybody want to use it?
No, it'd be
Or wanna
best
hold
on
on
you.
to? Okay.
I mean,
I'm
Holy
not
Warrior
sure-
goes
I'm
in
not-
and starts
I-
swinging.
I have no idea how this will interact with my armor.
Is it
could
an
be
oil?
No, it's a glass vial filled with rainbow-hued liquid. I don't know. Is it an oil or is it a potion?
I believe it's a potion. Let me look. It is a potion. It is not an oil. You drink it.
Yeah, it's a potion I have to drink.
Well, that's good.
I have no idea how long it lasts, and I have no idea what else it can do.
A few rounds, hopefully, long enough to eat.
You've never
Kick
used it
ass.
before, so yeah, you don't know what it does. Once you use it, I will tell you what it does, most likely.
And it's one of those one-shot potions where you drink it and it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't just take a sip.
But, I mean, based on the name, it's like, to a certain extent, you know, sometimes you gotta just take something and hope for the best.
Yeah, all I know is magic shielding, and that's from you guys trying to identify it earlier. There is a chance that you could have gotten it wrong.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a shot either way. But when we see the Illithid, I'll down the potion of magic shielding.
This is I have not. How do I break out I have scrolls of animate dead to the paladin? He's like, against necromancy, what you've got, burn him.
You got that scroll? Burn it!
Yeah, so Lafdul's like, maybe not. He's kind of like in.
It's not exactly a good thing, no.
No, but he basically Lafdul's mind, and they can't be affected mentally because they don't have a mind anymore.
Burn it!
Yeah, I've got my undead animal spirit. That'll have to do.
Braxon says, I've got a holy water. Is there anyone who would like to have it to throw from behind us?
I guess one of the sling users could use it.
Can you use it from a sling?
Nope. You could use it from a staff sling, but not a regular sling. It's too big.
I mean, I own a staff sling, but I'm not trained in it.
Well, I mean, I got it so that I could use it if I was up close with undead, but
I mean, you can use it before engaging melee.
yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
Ord,
Mhm.
when Finn arrives,
Yep.
if he wants the holy water, can you retcon it that he's taken it?
Sure. Also, if anyone has anything else that they want to lend him, that would be fine too. You don't have to go through all your stuff, but if something is just like, oh yeah, I got this thing that I'm not really using, and he might be good with it, you can do that. I was also going to ask you, Braxon, if you'd lend him the lantern.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
You can't. Can you clip it on the belt?
Yeah, I think you can clip that on the belt.
It's like a signalling lantern.
Yeah, you've got a continual light lantern.
Yep. But it's one that you can open and close.
Oh.
Higamus has got a different one. There's a bullseye one.
I didn't realise your ship one was the same thing.
Well, we both got like lanterns of continual light, but we got different ones because Braxon wanted one that could be opened and shut for signaling purposes. So you can like flash messages at another ship, which is kind of handy.
Yep.
Providing someone else can understand what you're talking about.
So Higamus would want to know if you want him to put a wall of ice down in the same place that you put one down before.
Maybe not the exact same place, but yes, the wall of ice is good.
Okay.
I don't know. That might. Yeah, I suppose. No, I don't want to sound negative, but I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah, go for it.
Well, I mean, but at the same time, you could still use it for other purposes. He could hold it for if you need to block off a passage. So like, you're talking about
that's what I was thinking.
getting... Yeah, so, I mean, would you rather him hold it? I mean, if you
no,
feel that didn't...
realised afterwards it is actually quite a useful way of using it.
Well,
it's preventing...
Yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is we've used it a certain way once. If the Illithid anticipates us doing that, he might send the undead different ways. I don't know how many ways there are to get to where we are. So the undead we've seen, I don't know whether that's isolated undead that are in those areas, or whether there's multiple ways of connecting together from the other side of the citadel.
Well, every level that you've been on has had multiple ways to get around.
Yeah.
So that wall where it was right there, you could easily walk around to the other side with time.
Yeah.
Like you've been around enough that you realize that.
I think then that it might be better tactically using the wall when we've got people trying to get us.
Okay, so in that case, he will not put it up, and he will wait until you guys suggest when to put it up. So you guys will have to tell me when you want it put up. Because, like what I was saying about backing off to fight rather than at a T-junction, with the wall of ice, you could put up, a wall could have been put up, thus eliminating the T-junction when enemies came around the corner kind of thing. So,
and if we were really good, we could just put the wall in front of a load of undead.
Sure.
Can we cast spells through that wall?
No.
Right.
You can't see through it.
Oh, right. That's a shame.
I mean, you might be able to, if there's enough light, you might be able to see vague shapes, but no, you can't see through it. It's a solid wall of ice.
That's a shame, because what would be really nice is a wall that stops undead coming at us, but we can still shoot them.
So, Higamus also has that Ring of Free Action. Does anyone want that?
Well, he'll be using that, won't he?
No, he has the,
Maybe Finn.
the Water Elemental Ring and his Ring of Fire Resistance.
Does Braxon know that ring stops you being aged?
Yes.
I think Braxon would borrow the ring then.
Okay.
If Higamus doesn't need... Hang on, is Braxon wearing 2 rings?
I probably. I think almost everyone is at this point.
Yeah, that's why I said things. I know who's the only one who doesn't have rings.
I was, and then they both exploded.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Then do you want that one?
What does it do?
It's free action.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Isn't there a girdle? Does anyone want to try the girdle we recently acquired?
A girdle?
I don't trust girdles.
What have you heard?
I heard that they can swap your gender.
Yeah, that's only a select few.
Well, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Doesn't stop you fighting. Presumably, you just have to find another girdle to swap back.
You're perfectly happy with being the opposite gender.
What girdle was it?
It was that one that Undead Knight was wearing, or Undead Skeletal Warrior.
Did we identify it?
No.
Then no.
Old?
Yeah?
Question. I just realized that we never took into account the ring that Lewa is wearing. How much further can she cast spells with the with that ring that allows spells to be cast further?
You have to activate it in order to do that.
Okay.
And I don't think you've ever tried it.
So hang on, this girdle thing's like a big belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got hooks, scabbards, and pouches.
It was on the Undead Knight and we have not identified it.
It seems like it's just like another. It might be a girdle of holding.
And it's magical.
A bit like how my pouch can hold many slots. Yeah.
And that undead was like a warrior before they died.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check it.
I mean, if it is the gender one, you're kind of stuck like that forever.
Well, I don't think so. You'd obviously have to find a spellcaster to turn you back, but that's not the end of the world, is it?
You could ask a deity. My deity's deity would change, but he'd probably approve of you changing your life.
Yeah. Well, if I turn into a woman, I won't get any shorter, will I?
Maybe.
Probably.
You probably would.
Are your sisters shorter here? Didn't you?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, if we don't ever try it, we won't find out what it does.
Do you have more than one sister?
I've got sisters and brothers.
I was gonna say your sister might want a new sister instead of a brother.
Yes.
That's gonna be awkward. it's one of those things we also know that most magical items that are cursed don't immediately activate until you're in combat.
Yeah.
Or a life-threatening situation.
Well,
So-
let's have one of us put it on now to see if it changes him into a woman or not. If it doesn't, then let's keep going.
So I've got 2 sisters and a brother. So if this thing turns me into a girl, I'd be the only boy in the family. He'd be the only boy in the family.
We've been kind of sitting around talking for like over an hour.
The thing is if this turns me into a woman, it won't stop me fighting.
No.
Oh, it's a shame.
But if it doesn't if it doesn't make me turn into a woman, it might do something useful.
It might make you grow a beard and turn into a dwarf or something.
It might indeed. But if it turns me into a dwarf, I'll still be able to fight, and I'll be able to solve the problem later. So I'll give it a go.
You just have to be prepared for Viraja to suddenly start hitting on you.
She's already,
No.
She already looks like she wants to hit me.
Here's the thing.
Wow.
When he turns into a dwarf, he's at least a foot shorter than Viradra.
Okay. Braxton, where did we keep the girdle?
Probably on the ship somewhere. You can probably pick it up. It's on the document. I'll copy and paste it in. Paste it in, bro. 20.
On.
Hello.
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 We've been discussing stuff for an hour.
Yeah, it's still planning phase.
That's what happens when you got a big fight.
We don't even know where the big fight is. We might end up wasting all these resources just getting to the fight.
Well, it's kind of the point of things getting in your way on the way to the fight, isn't it?
Finn,
Resources exist to be used.
Finn, we were talking about things that you might find useful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
So what does a ring of free action do?
It affects you as the spell free action, which prevents paralyzation. Basically anything that would,
Inhibit bodily movement.
yeah.
Oh, I'm keeping the
Adversely.
ring forever.
Yeah, specific. Well,
Well, hang on. It's
Higgmas.
Higgmas lent
Yeah.
it to you.
Higmus would be
Oh.
lending it to you right now.
Then I will lend him my scroll of paralyzation in return. Paralyzation
It doesn't have to be a trade. It's just that, like, he's got 2 rings he's wearing right now. For this upcoming fight, he's willing to lend someone the ring for the fight. So it's
yeah.
just, if you want to wear it for now, that's fine.
Then I'll
Well-
still give him the scroll in case he ends up in trouble. Because I want him to still be able to be okay.
He'll let you keep it. He's got the 2 rings that he's got.
Yeah.
Okay.
What that ring means is if you get a web cast on you, you can walk out the web.
Or just walk through the web.
Yeah, you can just walk
Yeah.
right through the web.
So that means if you get surrounded by a skeleton, someone can cast a web centered on you, and then you can walk out of it.
You could just whack the skeletons as they can't whack you back. Actually,
Yeah.
can they?
If
web.
they're on the edge, yeah, they can. I mean, if they're next to you, they can.
And I'm also taking my spear with me, since I've been leaving it behind up till now.
Right. Braxton's going to tell everyone the word for glittertines.
No,
ink.
we're kind of there when.
Well, he's going to make sure Finn knows it,
Oh.
because Finn was new.
I think you told that last time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Finn, what spells are you preparing for today?
No pressure.
So
You
I
don't-
have summon insects ready
Oh, that
Yeah.
sounds delightful.
and repair injury because people seem to keep breaking their arms.
That might be a smart spell to have.
What do you
Yeah.
mean by the word people?
Are you saying that you're not people?
Well, I am at the moment. I might not be when I put this belt on.
Hey, dwarves are people too.
Foragers probably just wondering what's going on.
Braxton's going to put the girdle on. This is when Ald makes me roll a saving throw. Just for no reason.
Actually, we could bring one of the mages with us, can we? We only need one mage ready.
Wait, what?
Oh, no, tomorrow. I just realised the routine.
Well, we're not going to bring. We're not going to bring a wizard that can't fight.
What wizards can fight? Lever, you can fight, can't you? Solas, you can fight, right?
Define fight.
I mean, they're paid to pilot the ship, not delve
Yeah.
down into an undead-infested dungeon.
But that's where you find these magical quills that can write for you and stuff. The fun
Yeah,
items.
but they haven't
Talking
learned
hammers.
combat spells.
Also, like Old said, they aren't paid to fight, so they aren't also getting a share of those magic items.
They would be if they came down, but what I'm saying is they're not geared up for fighting.
All right, Finn, go on with the other spells that you're bringing.
Okay, so other than that, my usual complement of cure spells, a couple strength of stone, one heat metal just in case, restore strength, and invisibility to undead.
Hmm. Okay.
Invisibility turn, that sounds useful.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss, or are you ready to go down?
I think
well,
I'm
Well, oh
ready.
yes, Lever has something to say.
All right.
I have this wonderful wand that bolts out bone shards. But if you are in the way, you get caught as well. So if you're standing in front of the bad guy, then maybe you want to stand apart a little bit, so the bone shards can go between you.
So, if the illithid is trying to kill me, and you shoot it with bone shards, and I'm in the way, would that stop you killing it?
Probably not,
It might
but
kill you.
it might kill you as well, which is not what I want.
Well, I'll take the risk if I'm not in a serious condition, and if it's the only way to stop it killing everyone, then you should do it.
I think she was.
No, I understand.
Suggests-
You're saying don't rush in.
Yeah.
And don't group up, like leave a gap for the spells.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about 10 feet that need to be free, so I can use the wand.
Leave
Well,
a
I
nice
thought-
straight line for a lightning bolt then.
I've also got glitter tines, and I'm intending to hit it with a bolt of lightning when I can.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming, can they make illusions of themselves?
Who?
Illithids.
Probably.
No idea. We don't
Because
have any
this-
idea.
This thing's very clever. It's trying to trick us. Well, anyway, when I'm sure it's the illithid, I will probably shoot a lightning bolt at it.
Wouldn't Leva know something about illithids from dealing with them for her master?
You don't know much about their powers and capabilities, because they're very secretive, and as I said, generally those who learn those types of things are slaves or food.
Okay. Well, she was a slave, just not to illithids.
Right, well, I mean slaves to illithids.
Okay.
Yeah, they rarely like to leave anyone alive who knows about too much about them.
Oh no, they leave plenty of people alive, they just take them as slaves. And food.
Yeah, but those slaves are almost mindless.
So you wanted to cast Strength?
Yes, and cat's grace.
Okay, so let's see.
Does Braxon look like a woman or a dwarf yet?
So you're putting that the girdle on?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me just a second. We'll take care of the strength.
Who wants
I
strength,
am
by the way?
doing 2 temporary potions. I will adjust the macro.
I don't hear Ockar jumping up and down saying, me.
I mean,
Yeah,
he
give it
already
to me.
did say it.
I said earlier.
And who wants cat's grace?
Oh yes, please. Assuming I still need it after the girdle. It might be a girdle of leaping about like a kangaroo.
Ockar's at 1810.
Okay.
And Braxon, 16 dexterity
16.
from Cat's Grace.
Oh, you know what his dex is.
Yeah, 15. So, I mean, I know Ockar's strength.
So temporary potions.
Braxon,
Only I don't have one.
Okay.
Mhm.
Braxon, you put on that girdle. And after wearing it a while, everyone else kind of gets the impression that you're more dour and greedy than normal. Your charisma goes down by 2.
Charisma goes down by 2.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, lovely.
However, you feel like you could stand up to significantly more punishment.
Oh, is that about dwarven kind? 'Cause doesn't that do
Constitution
that?
goes up by 1.
Oh man.
So, it's a shame it's not on a woman. They'd start growing a beard.
Yeah.
Well, dwarven women grow beards in this.
Oh yeah, Varadra has a very nice beard. So, Braxton, your normal constitution is 15, so this takes you to 16,
Yeah.
correct? And
Yep.
you're 8th level?
No, 9th level.
9th level? Alright, you gain 9 extra hit points.
9 extra hit
'cause
points.
it's con bonus.
Oh yeah.
Now, keep that in mind, because if you take that belt off or it gets destroyed, you lose 9 max hit points and 9 current hit points.
Yeah.
So that could kill you if you're down at like 7 hit points.
Yeah.
You have to adjust your charisma, base loyalty, and stuff. Reaction. What is your charisma anyway? Now, your new charisma.
Is now 8.
Oh. Wow.
So I'm gonna assume that for now this is not a you're not necessarily taking this item. You're trying this out.
Yeah, I'm trying it out,
yeah.
seeing what it's like.
Yeah.
Unless it's cursed.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Try
So
taking it off.
for now, I mean, having extra hit points. Now you gain those 9 extra hit points to current hit points as well.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and we all went to sleep for an hour, didn't we? So that means
Did you not already add one?
I didn't add one for
Okay.
that. No, I had it on the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that means I am above what I normally am.
All right.
Does
So you guys ready to go down?
Braxon will put food in his mouth more often.
Maybe.
As we go, Lever would like to cast Detect Scrying.
Okay. That lasts like a half hour.
It lasts 1d6 turns plus 1 turn per level.
Okay. So yeah, half hour-ish.
Okay.
Actually, an hour-ish, I suppose.
1 turn is 10 minutes, isn't it?
Yep.
So if it's normal, if it's 9th level, then it's 90 minutes plus 1d6 turns. More like 2 hours.
Yep.
also depends on the level variation.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's fine. Once we get into a fight, it won't matter whether it's scrying us or not, because it'll be on top of us.
No, but I will note if they scry us, then I will know of it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once
And
we
I
get
will
into
know
a fight.
where, I will also know where they are. Or where the wizard is, at least.
Braxon realises his belt makes him look uglier. He might stop wearing it.
Does he?
You don't look
He's-
uglier. You just come across as dour, a little bit more short-tempered, greedy.
Hey, not so much of the short-tempered.
Short-tempered.
Give it time.
Does this mean Braxton's allowed to have more of the treasure?
Nope.
Why not? No, I'm only joking.
Well, in your new condition, you might stand by that.
I'm just after bonus XP for playing the belt properly. The problem is if Braxton gets greedier, he's going to come back with 2 tons of tat.
Oh God.
That's my broken table. Leave it alone.
Braxon is trying to loot all the beds.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Okay.
My
Yeah, let's get down there.
All right. So
Oh.
head down.
120 feet over.
So you get down there. Did you want the dwarves to do anything?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
the same, isn't it?
same as before.
So you are going to have them down here guarding. You're not putting up the wall of ice. Keep in mind.
So we get like another 2 dwarves, so they can watch the other entrance now. So we have 6 now.
I mean,
We
yeah,
have-
you have 6 total. Let's get rid of that safeguarding aura. So you have 2 here.
2 on each pathway.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Finn,
And then if
real fast, Finn, Braxon is lending you his lantern, so
Yeah.
go ahead and get you some light.
and he also offers you a holy water if you want it. Do you want it?
Bird, I guess.
You do?
Sure.
Right.
Okay, so Leva, you are not detecting any scrying when you get down, on the way down, or when you get down to the bottom.
Okay.
So our dwarf guardians are here.
They come down with you, after you.
Yeah, I cast Blessed Watchfulness on myself.
Okay.
She'll last until we're done, so to speak. It's like 11 hours.
And what does that just make it hard for you to be surprised?
I can only be surprised on a 1, and I get +2 to save against spells that would force me to abandon his watch, so to speak, whatever that would do.
Spells and effects.
Yeah, so... Yeah, but I don't know if that classes as me being on watch if I'm in a combat situation.
No.
Yeah, so it's only if I am on watch, I guess.
Okay. All right, so you get down and you position your dwarven friends up in the hallways to guard. They've got at least one whistle. I mean, they're close enough to each other they could easily shout and gather back up and whistle and hope that you can hear the whistle. So
We should buy
Yeah.
more whistles when we go back to Brow.
all right, so where do you guys want
Should
to
we
start
go the
going?
other way? Go to the right this time.
We were right last time.
We went left and then we went through and came through on the right.
Yeah.
Lafdul would like to go right, but he's gonna go where the
I'm
majority
fine.
goes.
I'm fine with going either way.
So down to the right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Down this way? Alright.
And I will also recommend that we should most likely move in a formation.
Yep.
Mhm.
We would have given instructions to the dwarves about falling back and going upstairs while signalling us if they come under attack.
Okay. Ockar's staying behind, apparently.
Oh, sorry. Which way did they all go?
Down to the right.
Right, and then down. Here he comes. Right, who's taking point?
Do you want me to go ahead?
Yes, please. Try not to die.
I am going to cast Find Traps, and then I'm going to turn myself invisible.
Okay.
My granted power.
And are you going
And
to try
basic-
to
Move silently.
move silently? Alright, what's your score?
Like 60. 1 second. Where is it? Yeah, 60.
Okay. Alright, do you want everyone to wait here for you while you do a quick scout ahead? Or what?
Yeah, I will say if I will leave arrows, literal arrows on the floor every so often,
Well,
in case
So-
I get separated. That's all.
well, do you want them to wait for you to come back and say all clear, or come back and say, alright, I see this thing, or do you want them to follow after you after a couple minutes?
I suppose I'll make like an owl noise or something, some kind of animal noise.
You're not
I-
really
I-
sure how much that's gonna echo through the halls. And
We started
so-
hearing Lafdul make monkey noises.
and how many owls have you seen in these mines?
All right, a noise our druid would suggest.
Can you not just pop back to us and say, move on to the next junction?
I was trying to be subtle about it, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes,
they're
I-
standing around right here. You're like coming back and telling them that you guys can keep on. Isn't
All right,
exact
well-
like I mean they're already not subtle.
Yeah, I know.
It's not going to break your invisibility, so
All right, give it like 5 minutes. That shouldn't be more than 5 minutes every time I check in.
okay.
Right.
How long does it take me to move like down here, for example? Like seconds, I assume.
No, because you're creeping.
Yeah, a minute.
You're trying to move silently.
And there's also the fact that they can't see me. So
Yeah, and you're skulking.
Who said that?
is this like a minute then?
Yeah. So you basically you're moving. You can move your max distance in a round, kind of thing.
All right. 40. Yes, 40. 40 there. Wait, where is it now? It's 2 rounds. Yes.
So this is
So effectively.
This is essentially where you, a little bit past where all of the zombies were faced. There's still a lot of carnage here on the ground.
I go back and I just try and motion the party over. Well,
Yes, motion to the party over.
I call the party over, I guess, trying to be subtle-ish. Oh, could I can't drop an arrow because it stays invisible, doesn't it?
No, it does not. But, I mean, if you're talking about...
No, I'm just thinking of something that I could just have under my
You
cloak.
can just,
or
like,
something.
walk up to them and say, alright guys, it's clear up to the next junction.
All right, then, yeah, I do that.
You
That's-
walking up to
it's-
us and talking to us doesn't break your invisibility.
Yeah, it doesn't break the
Yeah,
invisibility,
I-
and
I-
it's like just normal speaking voice is not exactly going to carry in this place more than Higamus in plate armor kind of thing.
Now, if you poked one of us really, really hard with your finger, that would break it.
It's the intent.
Braxon mutters in Dwarven. I wish you'd just get on with it.
Wow.
Get on with it.
Do you speak Dwarven?
Yeah, Lafdul does, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ockar also seems to have been staying as a rear guard.
You have not detected any scrying.
Oh yeah, I am using my find trap. How does this slow me down even more now, doesn't it?
Only if you're scanning down side passages.
No, not when I'm going.
Come on, Ockar.
I'm looking.
Keep up.
Sorry, I'm doing several things.
I remember to put my finger on the screen so I can see where.
I'm doing several things as well. I'm trying to listen to where Lafdul is. Work out how not to get eaten.
Passage.
Wow, it's dark in here.
Yeah,
We're likely to be eaten by a crew.
Hold on a second. Solas, yes? Hold on.
Could you move us basically in formation in these checkpoints, basically, where Lafdul says to move next?
I suppose so. I'm not sure where he wants you to move next.
Since I think it's best for us to stay in formation instead of...
Well, so part of the problem is that you're in a formation right now going a certain direction.
Yeah.
That's... Like,
He'd move us into the walls.
I'll tell you what I can do.
I mean, I can move you into a general area, and then you can reposition yourselves.
Yeah.
No, I will be bringing the party to my location now.
Okay, up to where you are right now?
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a second.
Alright. Well, that works, but I don't know which way I went now.
Yeah, I'm just telling Ald, so I can just drag you.
And part of this is that so that you can kind of see roughly where it's being moved.
I'm being help! I'm being dragged around by invisible dragon claws.
Pretty much.
No, if you don't want to be dragged around by an AuldDragon, you have to say Lego.
Lego Mago.
I think you missed the magic command word.
Alright, there's no traps up there. I remember there not being any traps last time.
No, there are no traps up that way. Alright, hold on just a second. Okay.
I also say to the party to wait here, I'm gonna check ahead. I'm also gonna check down here quickly.
Alright, you're checking down the corridor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't there doors down here? Oh no, there's no doors down here. Probably leads up to that other way. Oh well. I'm not going to go there.
I think it might have been mirroring side last time.
Oh, there's light up there.
Oh, so most likely a friend.
40, I'm being... Oh, I hate this. You can never remember when...
Alright, hold on just a second.
What?
Because I need to... You can probably see this, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be something that
hang on. I will type something to you.
They are not.
Alright, I'm essentially going to do a head count of how many I think I can see. 8. Yeah. Oh, just can't. Alright, Lafdul says he goes back to the party. He's being a bit more quieter, and he says there's skeletons up ahead. There's 9 of them. I'm going to check the other direction because if I'm forced into combat, I lose my invisibility. But there are like a bunch of skeletons ahead, around the corner.
Is it worth us going ahead and
No,
fight?
just be... No, just be quiet for now. I'm going to scout the other way.
Okay.
So Lafdul goes off in the other direction.
Okay. You're not detecting any traps.
Problem is, of undead, they can be, as you say, dead still. Dead silent.
Ockar and Braxon, you should switch places.
Switch places.
Yeah, that way we would have a one person turning undead at each side of the group.
That makes sense.
I'm kind of like inching around here.
I'll move over here, Braxton, you move over there. I'll make sure the spellcasters don't get ambushed by undead.
Hold up just a second.
I see that down there.
Yeah, hold on just a second.
Oh. After make this way back.
So
Ooh.
Braxon, you see some skeletons round the corner towards you. Up
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, friends.
Do they actually look towards the party? Do they react towards the party though?
They are
towards me?
reacting towards. They're moving down into that stone corridor, the worked stone corridor.
So they're patrolling.
So initiative time.
Yep. Let me just.
6 skinny bombers.
I can.
So they're to the north?
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically,
I'm turning undead.
Okay.
I would have made sure that I saw a light source, so it's up to the party to figure out what that
And
meant.
there's, let's see. Which weapon should I use?
Yeah, Lafdul's like weapons. Oh, that breaks my invisibility.
Yeah. That's what I'm wondering.
I mean, Lafdul, you could still explore
Carry
around
on.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's handy, that player initiative button.
Yeah, so I put that up at the top, and that should only show up if you are on your
If you
token.
have token active.
Yeah.
It shows up next to the where you can take those measuring tools and such.
Yeah.
There's still
Oh.
a bead at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, if you put it in the bar down at the bottom, it'll still be there. But if you use the one up at the top, it'll only show up if your token is selected. So you cannot click the one up at the top if you have not selected your token.
That's good.
So
That
at
is
least
very
then you know that if you're always using that one, you're never accidentally.
Or if we just check it's there.
I should cast Bless Watch on this on Ockar.
Do I go for a bow and arrow, or do I go and clobber them? Decisions.
What are the
So
old
just,
dwarven
take them,
instincts tell you?
They tell you to
take
go
them
find it.
defensively.
They tell you to go kill goblins.
Dwarves hate undead too.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
teach you how best to deal with giants.
All right, anyone still need to roll?
Me, just rolling now.
Alright.
Braxon still he's learning how to use a mace
Okay.
to fill his mace slot.
Okay, Lafdul.
Oh, that was quite fast. That was pretty
Yeah, Lafdul is being rather fast, but he needs to tell the party what he's doing, otherwise. He's gonna.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to you.
No, I am gonna go.
But keep in
half
mind
my
that
move.
if you go through them, they'll know you're there. You can't get through
Yeah,
that
they-
without bumping into them.
I'm not gonna. I just need to shout. They can. Not.
If you shout, they know you're there.
Yeah, they can know that, but.
You can shout from right there. They'll hear you around the corner if you're shouting.
On the party or the skeletons.
Yeah, well, both. But the party will know.
Yeah,
Have we-
well, they're only skeletons, and Lafdul has faith that the party will deal with skeletons, but obviously, he's going to wander off. If I'm moving in silently, it's only half my move.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to call to each other before we move?
No,
That's
it's
my
on
main
your.
one.
If you're
Yeah.
doing anything significant, it's on your initiative.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
do remember that Lafdul did notify us that he saw light.
So did
Yep.
you just shout, Lafdul?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I'm being quiet. I'm just scouting to see what else I can see.
All right. Well, you guys didn't say anything about laying
Yeah.
out any plans, so Viradra's
Lafdul's
running
input.
right up there to smash a skeleton. Undead,
That's
let's get rid of them.
Well, we did talk
We did say-
previously
We talked
that
about that.
we
We
would
talked-
the skeletons might be exploding once, so
It's true.
We did say.
It's true.
We did say. Not,
we said to
not-
be worried about skeletons; they could explode and kill you.
She feels that her hammer will protect her, so.
and we did say not to run off.
She smashes the lead skeleton with her hammer, and it is blasted apart by the magic of her hammer. Alright, Ockar, your turn.
Let's see. Ah, that's a lot of skeletons. I'm going to stab at them with my long spear.
Alrighty.
Okay, so give me a second. Gotta look at the strength chart for a second.
+1, +3, I believe.
Let's see, 18, 10, +1 to hit probability, +3. So okay, so 1d20. It's a +2. It's a +2 spear.
+3.
+3 spear. So that'd be +4 on the 2-hit roll. Okay.
All those calculations. That's a hit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 4. Oh no, that'd be 6. I believe. Yeah. I had to do mental math, and then it just instant does it.
Alright, so you stab into that lead skeleton, and it is it just collapses under the force of that blow as your spear just shatters its spine.
Oh. Cool.
Nice. Oh.
A friend phases through the ranks of the skeletons and hacks at you with a ghostly axe, Ockar.
No, go away. Go
misses.
away. Thank God.
Braxon, your turn.
Ah, that's where I was going to go. Braxon says 4 skeletons and a ghost of some sort. Right. And he's going to move up next to Ockar and try and attack this one with his mace.
Alright.
Do I get anything for just the mace? No.
That is a hit.
That's good. And I do D6 plus 2.
Okay, you should also be getting extra point from your strength.
Oh,
Actually, a
from
little bit more.
strength.
So,
Did the girdle do strength as well?
oh
Like
no,
charisma?
no, right. That's taking that into account. Never mind, my mistake. All right.
It's Ockar that's getting strength.
Yeah, no, I was misremembering the modifiers. All right, so you smash your mace into the undead. The mace form is +2, by the way. I'll tell you that now. You've used it enough.
Oh, right, because I got +2 down there.
Yes, that's because it's 1d6 plus 1 for mace, plus 1 for strength. So there's an additional +2. You can modify that to +4.
Okay.
And doesn't that +2 also affect Braxon's initiative?
Not initiative. Well, yes, it does. The weapon speed goes down by 2, and your THAC0 goes down by 2.
Oh.
All right, Solas.
I will move
Oh wait, did the ghost suit hit
here
me?
and
It did not hit you, Ockar.
Okay, good.
here and start turning.
Okay.
When I can learn how to use the mace properly, I'll get even better. Braxon's going to go visit a weapon trainer.
And I was 6th level, so skeletons are auto-destroyed.
Isn't Higamus proficient with maces?
Go ahead and give me 2d6. Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe he is.
He could teach you.
That's true. Yeah, Braxon might start doing some fighting with Higamus. He does fight training with Ockar every so often.
You'll want to do it before Higamus leaves.
He's not leaving.
All right, so you can see those 3. What other ones can you see, Solas?
I can see
See this
this one, and these 2 partly.
Okay. So, there is a kind of a force rolls through them, and they are just obliterated.
That'll
By your
teach them
magic.
to return books on time.
All right, Finn, your turn.
All right. Guess +1 arrow to the wraith there.
Okay. All right. That is a miss.
What's this circle like? 15 with +2 arrow, +2 short. Not +1 arrow, +2 short. Base faculty 18.
Leva, your turn.
Well, Leva was going to use her sling, but now she thinks the others will do fine without her involvement, so she just moves up here and does nothing at all.
Okay.
You've adopted Lafdul strategy.
Oh, fun skeleton. Archer.
He's using the
Alright.
wand of fire extinguishing. Well, has Braxon just got that shift?
I believe
Braxon's
Braxon
got
still
it.
has it.
Braxon lent it to Lever when he had one arm, but he took it back.
So an arrow comes flying out at you, Ockar, and one comes flying out at Varadra. The one on Varadra misses. The one on Ockar also misses. And let's see, where'd my
What's Varadra's armor? She's wearing chainmail, isn't she?
Yeah.
Was it leather?
and she has a shield.
Did she ever say what armor she could use?
Not really.
Alright.
I mean, she's a cleric.
She's a priest.
Oh, priest.
So a one of those arrows breaks against that wall right there, and a skeleton rises up from its remains.
It's Larry!
Ugh.
Higamus was going to try to get up through the enemies, but seeing a new, closer friend, he comes up to try and smash it.
Is there anything we can do with these arrows to stop them smashing and turning to skeletons?
Engage in melee with the archers.
Or
That's
be
right.
hit
Them
with
from
those
breaking.
arrows.
So Higamus hits it and smashes it to smithereens.
Are they conjured or summoned skeletons? No, they'd be conjured, wouldn't they?
You don't really know.
Meh. HGM.
I mean, I don't know how that works.
I don't know, and it's annoying me.
So we're rolling initiative.
Not yet.
No.
2 skeletons just
The enemy
advanced
turn.
up, and they're attacking Varadra. One misses. Second one hits. For 1 point of damage.
Is it possible to push back an
Oh.
opponent? Ord?
I'm sorry?
Is it possible to push back an opponent?
What do you mean by pushback?
Like this guy here that's next to Varadra means that she gets attacked by 3. Would it be possible for one of us to push it
You could try.
next time there's a gap?
Yeah, I mean, you could try. That would be your action. And you'd have to
Yeah.
declare that at the beginning of the round.
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate that.
The giant skeleton stabs over Varadra with its spear. And it gets a critical hit. But she saves.
Something I might have gotten over there. Is she getting a... even though it's crit, it doesn't matter. But is it a giant? Does she get the AC bonus for fighting giants, even if it's undead?
No, because it's not a true giant.
Oh. Alright. I didn't know, so... I wasn't sure if, how that works, that was all.
Flaming giant, since it has fire in his belly, he's so vigorous.
She takes 17 points of damage.
Ouch.
Ouch, indeed. Anyone getting a second attack?
Not this round,
Okay.
and not the next round either.
Why not the next round?
Because I think I need to use the magic wand to put out the fire in the belly of that thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's initiative time. by the way.
Solas wouldn't really want to be fireballed.
Finn has a second shot.
Oh, right, yeah, you do. That's a good point.
Yeah, it's regular.
Same target.
All right.
I'm gonna be turning.
All right. So, Finn, your arrow definitely comes into contact with it, but it passes right through the undead.
Interesting.
Does not appear to
Okay.
have done any harm to it.
+2 or better. Initiative?
Yep, initiative.
Yeah. I'm rolling for turn undead.
Okay.
Right, I need to do 3. 3 for a wand, isn't it?
Yes.
Lafdul was still skulking. That should be a 9, not 6.
Don't sulk, Lafdul.
Oh, that's because you're so far away, you clearly misheard me.
He's just sulking because he's not joining the fun.
Lafdul's gone over to
It's
emo
actually
mode.
nice not having to get involved in the fight, to be honest.
Happy that you're not helping your friends?
They're more
he
than
was-
capable.
If he was behind us, he could be healing us while staying invisible.
Yeah, it's the fact that I don't want to break my invisibility. That's why I'm not getting involved.
Well, can you do things that would
Use all
cause
my
problems for
consumables.
the enemy
spells.
that are not attacks?
He could do things
I
that
could
help you
prob-
guys, like bless and stuff like that, but,
Yeah.
I could try to provoke an enemy, but would that break invisibility if I'm provoking?
depends on what you mean by provoking. If you're making a lot of noise, no.
No, just trying to make them aware that someone's over there.
Right, like
Just
by
being
making a lot of
a-
noise, for example. Yeah, just as an example. Like, the point being to kind of do a,
Pull them away.
hey, I'm over here, come get me kind of thing. Yeah, no, that's not an attack. That wouldn't break invisibility.
I mean, think about it. You could get a nice backstab on that giant skeleton.
Except you can't backstab undead.
Yeah, it's got no...
Yeah.
Wow.
He can't backstab because it doesn't have a back anymore.
All right.
It's got a back. It's... Well,
Anyone still need to roll? Nope. All right. Varadra says, I think we really need to take care of this giant skeleton here.
On it.
And she is swinging her hammer at one of the skeletons in front of her. And that one is obliterated. Alright, those skeletons are attack. Well, that one skeleton is attacking. And it misses her. Give me just a second.
Oh, more damage.
Yeah, you hear some footsteps coming down that corridor.
Oh,
Good thing I decided to turn.
Mm-hmm.
did we get Higamus to make a wall there?
Oh, yeah, good thing I decided to turn undead.
It's like Lafdul doesn't even know that any of this is going on. Well, he does, but he doesn't realise how many...
Oh.
doing.
Oh.
Alright, so, Finn? Oops, actually, I should not have done that yet.
Since his +1 arrows aren't doing anything to the wraith, he's going to send a fire arrow with the skeleton behind it.
Okay.
A web spell on the army of skeletons coming from our left would be nice.
And your Thaco?
18.
They appeared into my sight after I've already decided what to do.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. Alright, Braxon?
Right, Braxon gets a wand, points it at the belly of the skeleton with the flaming belliness.
So the belly of the beast.
Belly of the beast, yeah.
Okay.
And it says the magic word, which should be "Izzy busy, Izzy wizzy, let's get busy."
No. No, it should not.
Kinky.
No, it should not.
So you don't watch Sooty then? Never mind.
I don't even know what that is.
Ah, he's missing out.
Am
I used to
I?
watch that when I was a child.
I'm thinking 1 year in the future there's going to be some British people in your YouTube videos going, "Oh, I've heard of that." But anyway.
Alright, 66,
Yeah, maybe-
please. Pardon me,
yeah,
66, please.
Like maybe when finally gets a 2,000 what was it, like 200,000 subscribers.
Yes, 200,000 subscribers. That will be the day. Alright, the column of flame is virtually extinguished in the center of that
Yay.
giant undead. Actually, I need to give it a saving throw. I suppose that would be the thing to do.
Now it can't fireball us. We can clobber it.
So did you put out the flame?
They're mostly out. It's still standing, though. Leva, your turn.
Leva takes out the staff from her robe
Alright.
and throws it at this one.
Okay.
This is a big one, isn't it? Large one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throw those shooting stars.
Yes, okay.
2 plus... What's your actual?
Yeah,
factor?
what's your THACO? I don't think that's gonna work, but we'll check.
She might
At
have
least
like
it-
17
Just a
plus.
second.
At least it wasn't a 1.
18.
Yeah,
What?
that's a miss.
Yeah, but
What
18
happened
plus 5.
Yeah, it's still not.
Yeah, I know.
What happens if Lever rolls a 1 with the star? Does she lose it permanently?
No.
It's just natural fail.
It's the thing is with it. Ow, ow, that hurt.
All right, Lafdul.
Yeah. He carries on blissfully unaware of the fight. Oh dear. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Wouldn't he hear it by now?
I mean, he knows that the
He-
fight's going on. He just doesn't know how
He
bad
just
it is.
decides to ignore it.
Okay.
Yeah, he just thought, oh, it's just a few skeletons, maybe a fire one, they'll be fine.
Oh, there's another one.
After's
Nope,
going
it's
to come
different.
back to a
A gray-skinned undead advances up on Varadra and attempts to club her with its arm.
Wait, did it rip its arm off like Arms Fall Off Boy and just
No.
smack her with it?
No. Just trying to smash her with its arm. And it misses.
So a slam attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that in Kenshi. When your limbs get chopped off, you can pick them up and use them as weapons.
Yeah.
It's kind of gross. All right, Ockar, your turn.
I know.
Okay.
But it's awesome at the same time.
By dearest glorious might, I command you to turn!
They do the turn.
So, it's... What,
You sound
D20?
so masterful when
Yeah,
he says
D20 and then 2D6, please.
Yeah, we should all be getting into the role playing. He's role playing his character.
that. Yeah.
Well,
So he put so much effort into that turn as well.
that skeleton by Varadra is blasted out of existence, as
Nice.
are the lead 2 skeletons in the column. But the ones behind them are still coming on.
Well, at least I got rid of some of them.
Oh, so it's a turn attempt that doesn't turn them.
He only was able to turn 3.
Oh, right, I see.
That's what
I
the
see.
2D6 is for.
Got ya. And he turned them so well, they decided not to come back.
Alright, so an arrow comes out at Ockar and one comes out at Varadra. Ockar, I'm going to... Actually, no, because Psycho isn't good enough. It's just a regular hit. One arrow does hit you, Ockar.
Not much.
For... Let's see, where is my die? There it is. 2 points of damage.
That's not too bad. So, it rolled a 19 instead of 20 is what I'm hearing.
No, it rolled a 20, but it could basically only hit you on a 20, so...
Ah.
And the other arrow flies by you, Ockar, and Solas, and shatters into the wall behind you, Solas.
Oh dear.
And a new skeleton springs up there.
Oh.
It's the
Mean
skeleton
green
that greets the casters. He's got the VIP access.
This ghostly undead in front of you, Ockar, swings its axe at you, but misses. And Solas, your turn.
Can that skeleton get attack of opportunity since it was just summoned?
Casting doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
I'm not casting.
Oh, you're moving?
I'm attacking with sling.
That doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity either.
Isn't ranged combat provoking?
Um,
Or is sling different?
it's I'm not using the full attack of opportunity rules.
Okay.
I'm mostly just. But since you're already attacking with a sling, it's fine. They just get bonuses to hit you if you're using
Okay.
ranged combat.
But yeah, I'm attacking with sling against that giant skeleton.
Okay.
Is that the David versus Goliath
That's
moment?
a hit.
Yeah?
That is
Since my
definitely a
tackle
hit.
is 18.
That is definitely a hit. And it is large, remember.
Yeah.
What's the damage for sling? Very large.
1d6 rather than 1d4.
Ooh. Surprised it went up.
Well, I mean, it's that whole, David versus Goliath thing.
Mm.
I think we'll take our break at the end of this round of combat as well.
Okay.
5 damage.
5 points of damage. That definitely impacts against its rib cage. Higamus unfortunately cannot reach the one behind you, Solas.
Yeah.
Well, no, he can. And he would not have taken
Got
an
a
attack of
torrent
opportunity.
sword.
So he's going to do that, because that will also allow him to attack this guy next. So he's going to come around and crush that skeleton. And he does.
I'm crushing your head.
I'm just seeing Higgins basically rushing and basically just crushing the skeletons under his feet.
Probably stamping on them and shouting, "Stop that!"
Yeah.
The giant skeleton advances slightly and attempts to stab Viradra again. And misses.
Oh, another fire skeleton.
Fun times.
Indeed.
Alright, let's see. Braxon, you don't get a second attack.
No.
Ockar, you turned undead, so you don't get a second attack, correct?
Right.
Okay. That ghostly undead in front of you does swing its axe at you again. And this time it hits.
Great. Do I need to roll a saving throw?
Yep.
Which one?
Spell.
The Wraith hit you, did it?
I pass.
Okay. And let's see, where is the damage? There it is. The blade slices into you, chilling you to the bone. Take 10 points of damage.
Could be worse.
Okay, Higamus is getting a second attack. He is turning around and cutting at the undead skeleton. However, he misses. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take our break here, 10 minutes, and we'll be back, finish up this combat, and see what the rest of the party has to face around here.
See you on the other side.
See ya.
See you guys in about 10 minutes, everyone.